Good afternoon, 2011, family, friends, and all staff in attendance today. My name is Ryan Shank, and I have served as the elected student body president for the North Stanley 2010-2011 academic school year. Yay! It is my great pleasure to introduce our guest speaker today. Dr. Samuel Paul has been serving Stanley County Schools for 7 years now, and numerous years in previous districts. Beginning his career as a biology and chemistry teacher, later serving as principal, and ultimately becoming superintendent for 17 years in numerous other school systems in Pennsylvania, Dr. DePaul has had 39 years of experience in education, and we are fortunate to have him serve as our superintendent today. Dr. Paul is firm in his belief that all children are capable of learning, and it is his primary goal to achieve that task here in Stanley County. Through his active participation in numerous clubs and organizations such as the Rotary Club, the YMCA, and the Stanley County Chamber of Commerce, he is able to maintain a solid relationship between Stanley County schools and the community. Without further ado, it is my great pleasure to introduce Dr. Samuel Paul.
Thank you, that was very nice. Members of the school board, administration, faculty, parents, relatives, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2011, it is with extreme honor and pleasure that I welcome you here this afternoon. In any secondary school, there are many things which occur, and there are many events that we cherish. One of the more special occasions has to be this moment, a time in which we all pause to recognize our graduates. As I contemplated what to say to the class of 2011, I considered the environment, the economy, and the state of healthcare in our country, all of which are certainly worthy topics. Whether young or old, definitely these are and will remain impacting significant issues. Rather than talk about these as challenges and issues, I would rather us celebrate your parents and families, your teachers and coaches, and your principal, all of whom have provided you with a solid foundation to tackle the matters just mentioned. As I reflect back 42 years ago, I vividly remember all of the persons that provided me with that same foundation that enabled me to stand here before you today. If it weren't for my parents, teachers and coaches, and my principal, I wouldn't be superintendent of schools. Looking back so long ago, while we didn't have much growing up, I was fortunate to have both of my parents for nurturing and support. It wasn't until later in life that I really and truly cherished and appreciated my mother and father for being there for me. Throughout high school and college, I was fortunate to participate in track and play football. The moments that I reflect on most were, and remember that both of them attended just about every event that I participated in. And obviously at the college level, travel was quite extensive. I refer to that time as moments because as you grow older, time moves quickly and days seem to be minutes. My dad has since passed, but my mother is now 85 years old. She is well, living in Pittsburgh, and continues to tell me what to do. Most importantly, I've called her every day since I've been here in North Carolina. My point being, when you leave here this afternoon, whether 1 year, 5 years, or 40 years down the road, stay close to your parents and family. They must always be first and foremost in your life. As for my teachers, way back then, they taught me what I needed to know, not only to get to college, but to stay in college and graduate. I've always believed you teach the way you were taught, and I believe I've been taught very well. Therefore, because of your teachers here at North Stanley High School, in all likelihood, one of you graduates of 2011 may be the researcher that has an impact on our environment. Or one of you may become a medical doctor and have an impact on our healthcare system. Or one of you may become an economist and have an impact on our country's finances. My point being, our teachers, mine a long time ago, and yours presently, truly make a difference in our lives. Certainly the same can be said for our coaches, because as we all know, they too are teachers. Perhaps not all certified, but nonetheless they taught us what it means to be mentally and physically fit for whatever sport in which we participated. Finally, I want to tell you about my principal. The community I grew up in was very diverse. However, during the late 60s, to have an African-American principal was truly unique. Mr. Douglas was 7 feet tall. While I'm being facetious, let's just say he was very big. When he walked the halls, things shook. But if you focus on the last 3 letters of the word principal, P-A-L, they spell pale.